People in Nanaimo may be seeing more big-name concerts on the way. Another form of musical entertainment could be silenced. The city is reviewing its street entertainer bylaws, considering changes on how and where buskers can perform. To some people, buskers are street-level musicians making an honest living with their talents, but to others, they're just loud panhandlers who should be told to pack up and move along. Hey, News reporter Jonathan Bartlett has the story.
Gary Johnston plays his guitar in the Diana Krall Plaza. He says times are tough for buskers.
Lately, it's been really paltry. It's been like $10.
$10 a day if he can keep the thieves off his coins.
These bums on the street, they all want to stick their hands in my guitar case and go buy beer with the money.
It's hard to make a living on the street, and it could get harder. The City of Nanaimo is looking at changing the street entertainer bylaw. They held a public meeting last night to discuss new rules for buskers.
Basically, what we're trying to do is review the entire busking system.
The mayor of Nanaimo says the city is looking at raising the busking license fee, addressing the length of time buskers can play, where they're allowed to play, and a sore note for some, the quality of music played.
We would rather some kind of a third party got involved with doing that adjudication, and maybe that's something that has to be looked at too.
The draft bylaw, at least, does not mention auditions for buskers, something Cathy Davis says Nanaimo desperately needs.
When you see buskers on the street who only know how to play 2 songs and play the same songs over and over again, and they look ragged and they look dirty, then businesses and the public kind of feel like they're panhandlers.
Davis refuses to buy a license in Nanaimo and prefers to busk in Vancouver.
For me to buy a license in Nanaimo, I want to see the bar raised. I want to see buskers who are auditioned.
For buskers, this is one of the most lucrative spots in Nanaimo, but there's a problem. There have been complaints.
Some people who live in the new Pacifica development are not too thrilled about street musicians right below their homes.
One example was given to us of a nurse that works on all kinds of different shifts, and the busking can be a problem there too. So that's what we're trying to look at. How many of these problems are we able to address, and what solutions can we find?
Willie Thrasher says despite it being a good spot to play, he'll move if need be.
If it's good for the people that they wanted peace and quiet, you know, sure, like let them have it. You know, there's always other spots to play. Like music never ends, you know. So, but there's peace all over the world too.
In Nanaimo, Jonathan Bartlett.
All right, let's check in with Jonathan now, who is live in our Mid-Island Bureau with more. Jonathan, so what's the next step in the review of this bylaw?
Well, the mayor says a report will be made to council based on what was learned last night's meeting. The bylaw could be changed before tourist season in the summer, possibly in the next 60 days.
I can imagine that there was a good turnout. How many buskers showed up at last night's meeting?
Would you believe only 2? It was a very quick meeting, about 40 minutes. Perhaps the word didn't get out. Buskers I spoke to today say they'd like to see some improvement with the bylaw, not just with regulations. They'd also like to see improvement with people's mindset. Buskers are not panhandlers. They're making a living as musicians. If you think they have talent and they enjoy the music, drop a coin. If you don't like it, don't. Hudson?
All right, Jonathan Bartlett, thank you.
Thank you.